The Big Red Athletic Foundation presents Muskegon Big Red Football here on TV 96. Brought to you by our sponsors. Port City Federal Credit Union. Lakeshore Carpet One. Core Realty Partners. Jinman Tire Company. Schmidt Roofing and Construction. Bowman's Body Shop. Brickley DeLong Certified Public Accountants. Mercy Health Sports Medicine and Athletic Performance Center. Benton Baker Honda. G&L Greek Chili Dogs. And the Trophy House and Jones Sports. The Meat Block. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in here on TV 96. Matt Chapkus and Coach Mike Taylor happy to bring you the Muskegon Big Reds from Hackley Stadium as they take on Kenowa Hills here tonight. And Coach, first things first, this Big Reds team getting some accolades. The USA Today Top 25 nationally they cracked this week.
Well, we're not going to be happy until we get in the top 5. So it's just a matter of time before we get there. But that's a great honor for the kids and program. You know, the coaches work hard for it. Kids deserve it. So, yeah, you know, they just got to keep doing what they do best, and that'll take care of itself in the long run, Matt.
Kenowa Hills comes in at 2-1 on the season, matching their win total from last year. And you never want to overlook a team coming into this week. Obviously, after the first 3 weeks of this season, 3 tough games. But this Kenowa Hills team runs a wing T offense, and that can create some problems.
Well, what it comes down to is this. We're going to have to play assignment football all the way down across the board. You know, wing T football, they're not going to see the formation, the variation of formations we've seen the first 3 weeks. But we're going to see 1 or 2 formations out of this wing T. And, again, you've got to play assignment football, dive back to off tackle to quarterback, you know, boot. So, and the passing action is all up that too. So our secondary can't get caught peeking in that backfield with those running backs.
Now and then finally, Coach, we might see some different players here tonight. Maybe Shane can open up the roster a little bit if we get a little bit of a lead. And that's a unique opportunity for some of these players to play out here at Hackley Stadium and get their name well known.
Absolutely. You know, and again, these kids come out and work hard at practice every day. They've been to all the summer workouts, off-season winter training sessions. And, you know, you definitely as a coach, you want to get these kids in that ball game. That's what they've worked for. That's what they've trained for. And, you know, it's just something that's real important to the program. And it definitely helps keep your numbers up as far as on the squad.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with some coaches right after this. Schmidt Roofing and Construction is ready to assist with your next home roofing or construction project, including siding, replacement windows, doors, chimneys, and snow and ice removal. The Old Roofer, located at 552 West Southern Avenue, Schmidt Roofing and Construction is your pregame sponsor of Big Reds football. We are back with Coach Shane Fairfield. And Shane, first things first, people are looking at you going, you're wearing a little bit of blue tonight, but it's a special night here at Hackley Stadium.
Yeah, it's royal blue. We'll make sure that everybody knows a royal blue. So special night for us. We're trying to partner up and make a huge difference in our community. You know, we applaud and admire all those that do the cancer games and those kind of things, and those are fantastic, don't get me wrong. But we just didn't want to be another team doing that. We wanted to, how could we make a huge impact in our community immediately? And that is one, to use our brand in Muskegon football to bring awareness more so than what they've already have with the Child Abuse Council, which is 2 blocks away from us. You know, so we want to make this our annual game. We want to make this a big thing. This is the first one, so we're kind of starting small. You know, we have some young people here. We have some statistics throughout, some cutouts of some shadows of people with statistics on them to kind of educate people. We're wearing their color. We have some shoes we're auctioning off. We have 2 pairs that will be online that we're auctioning off that were painted by Armand Tyson. Armand's a Muskegon grad, a 2008 grad state champion. He's an entrepreneur. He owns his own shoes, a business. and he's done shoes for A.J. Watt, he's done shoes for the NFL teams, so he's my cleats, my cause kind of thing. So he's put a lot of time and effort into this, and everything that we make for this game goes directly to the people right here at our own local Child Abuse Council. So like Kylene says, she hopes someday she's out of a job, so hopefully we continue to bring awareness to it and let everybody know what our cause is.
All right, so great cause here tonight. Beautiful evening for football, and a Kenowa Hills team that's feeling pretty good right now, coming in with a 2-1 record, matching their win total from last season. And this is a wing T offense, so a little bit of a different look again for your defense.
Yeah, first week we played a team with one tight end, some spread. The week after that we played with a 5-man surface where everybody was spread, maybe 1 back, 2 back at times. The last week was a team that we saw, double tight end, 3x1 sets, trips and quads and all those kind of things. This week we're in a phone booth. This week we're playing a team that's the T, 3 backs, and hopefully we don't overrun things and we don't over pursue, and we just kind of feel them out because we're going to be aggressive. We're going to be anxious because we used to have to cover the whole field. Now we got to kind of cover everything inside out, and it's a good test for us on our discipline and see where we're at right now, week 4.
And finally, what are you looking for out of your team here tonight?
Play physical and fast to just kind of get back and relax a little bit. Not to say that we take any opponent lighter, but it doesn't have the build up, and sometimes that's too much for young people to handle. Is when you get the De La Salle game, the King game, then the EGR game. Hey, last year's score was only 7 points, so they get uptight. This way right here, it's a 2-1 team. Anything can happen. That's why the games are played. But just for us, I want to make sure we work on us. We want to make sure though that we get them off the field in 3rd down, not like last week. We want to make sure that we move the stick so we stay positive. No pre-snap penalties. Tackle better than we tackled on Friday. And like I said, just continue to work on us, be in the positive more than the negative tonight, then we'll know we're going in the right direction.
All right, Coach Shane Fairfield, thanks so much for your time. Good luck tonight.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. Go Big Reds.
We'll be back after this.
There's the smiles we know and love. All right. Big Reds.
G&L Greek Chili Dogs is a proud supporter of Big Reds football. With their signature chili dog, varied menu, and friendly table service, G&L provides a unique dining opportunity with 3 locations in Muskegon, on Sherman, Sternberg, and Apple Avenue. G&L Greek Chili Dogs, a Muskegon tradition since 1926.
Let's go Big Reds! Go Big Reds! Yes!
Tonight we open up against Kenowa Hills out of Grand Rapids. We're not going to see as many formations, and defensively, give us a little scouting report what your offensive line is going to see.
Oh, just, we're going to get even front. They got a lot of young guys on defense, a lot of sophomores, so they're not very big, except the inside 2 are, they're thicker, but they run around, so that always creates problems. And they do a lot of different unique blitzes, so we'll be ready, though.
In the first 3 games, we've seen some great competition right now. And, looking at it from a coaching standpoint, what stands out with you about the performance you've seen from your kids up front? And you know what? You're playing with some young kids up there, too.
Yeah, we got 2 sophomores that start. Our left guard is a junior, first-year starter. Billy, he's playing tight end, which is really a tackle in our offense. So he's got a little experience with it. But, the way that they've gelled, how they accept coaching, and they love to learn. So that's been the funnest part.
Well, if they inherit any part of your Type A personality, Matt, they're going to go a long ways here. So that's a good thing. Do you see attitudes changing along that line with young kids?
Yeah, we're getting more physical. We're not where we need to be yet. But there was such a standard the past couple of years with obviously Anthony and Tony and DQ and Evan Towers and AJ Reed and so these guys are getting there. Once we get to that level where we need to be, we're going to be really good.
Well, the new mantra here at Muskegon: life, liberty, and the pursuit of championships.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, and we've been there enough times, and that's our goal this year, and hopefully bring it home this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Bowles from Eastern Michigan, by way of the Hall of Fame. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Back to you upstairs.
We'd like to thank our friends from Port City Federal Credit Union for their sponsorship of Big Reds football. Port City Federal Credit Union, a member-owned financial cooperative offering affordable services and a friendly professional staff. Our thanks to Larry Brigadal and Ralph Burr. Port City Federal Credit Union, located at 460 West Laketon.
Child maltreatment is a community problem. By the time this message is over, more than 30 cases of child abuse will have been reported to authorities nationwide. By the end of today, that number will swell past 9,000, and 4 of those children will die at the hands of their abuser. The mission of the Child Abuse Council is to prevent and treat child abuse and neglect through education, child advocacy, and community collaboration. We serve all of Muskegon County, which equates to over 21,000 children every year, and all of our services are free. We cannot end child abuse on our own. We need your help. Serves to promote character development through educational athletics. The OK Conference empowers our athletes, coaches, officials, and fans to be role models for sportsmanship and fair play on the field and in our communities. Please do your part to create a positive environment for everyone to enjoy. Thank you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are upstairs in historic Hackley Stadium as the Big Reds get ready to kick it off. They won the toss before the game and have deferred to the second half, so they will be kicking left to right. As you see Muskegon wearing the gray uniforms today, the blue and gray, honoring the Child Abuse Council here. And Coach Mike Taylor joining me. And, Coach, always like to see this Big Red defense out on the field kind of to set the tone.
Well, and again, they're going to be seeing some wing T football right off the bat, so it's going to be one formation, basically, or two formations all night tonight. So this defense is going to have to play assignment football and put them in second and long and third and long situations.
Mari Crowley handling the kickoff duties. Kick was touched, I believe, by a Kenowa Hills player. So there was no flag on the play, and it will be put down at the 18-yard line. So the Knights are going to start 1st and 10 at the 18, and the Big Reds defense will set up shop there, and now you see the wing T. Got Caden Rose back there, Charles Odell, and Jeremy Herzog. And on the first carry off the left side, that's going to be Caden Rose, the junior, who gains a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Again, nothing coming on that off tackle play right there. Twan Lindsay stayed right at home, played that halfback tight. Got to watch that quarterback boot on this too, Matt. It's it's an offense based on deception. Follow the guards.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what you need to do in this offense. Follow the guards. Great keys right here for this defense.
So senior quarterback Nolan Collins under center for the Knights on 2nd down. Collins lost the ball, picked it back up, and gets tackled for a loss in the backfield. Quickly in on the play for the Big Reds. Julius Sims, the leading tackler on the Big Reds. 24 coming in tonight.
Boy, Julius Sims just was coming right there, and you take 1 second, half second too long, Matt, and there's the tackling machine, Julius Sims right there.
So that'll knock it back to the 15. A loss of 4 yards on the play. Sets out 3rd down, 13 yards to go for the Knights. And this is the kind of situation that's hard for a wing T team.
This is extremely hard. This is a very tough offense to come from, way down and 2nd and long and 3rd and long situations.
Collins
not to your advantage.
Lines up under center. Handoff right up the middle, and really nothing going there for the Knights. In fact, the Big Reds push back, and they lose a yard on the play, and a 3-and-out stand from this Big Red defense to start the evening.
Sophomore Demetrius Walker staying at home right there, making a nice tackle, and joined in by a few other red hats on that defensive stop right there.
Miles Walton, the sophomore, back near midfield, ready to receive this punt. Kicking it away is Jeremy Herzog. It's a low kick that's going to roll back toward midfield, and just on the Knight side of midfield, the Big Reds will take over in positive territory. 2 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock, and the Muskegon Big Red offense will step onto the field for the first time here tonight.
Again, great field position for us on our opening drive right here. Starting at midfield, we have a short field.
Cameron Martinez is going to work out of the pistol here. Tommy Watts behind him. 3 receivers to the left, a single set to his right. On first down. Quick pass out of the backfield. That's Dupree Henderson up the left sideline. He breaks a tackle. He's through another tackle. First down and more inside the 30 and down near the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 23. A gain of 26 on the play for Dupree Henderson.
Boy, the senior came through. Nice catch. It was thrown up above his hat there. Went up and made the catch. Matt turned up the sidelines. Used that speed.
Quentin Reynolds is going to move to Martinez's right-hand side with Crowley and Walton in motion. Martinez fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, trying to run through a tackle, and good job by Kenowa Hills right there, dragging him down after no gain. Well, check that. Short gain on the play. We'll give him 3 yards, second down and 7.
Young man just got his hand on Christian's jersey right there and was able to slow him up enough until support came in.
2 wide to either side for Martinez, who takes a quick glance back. Reynolds and Henderson to the left, Crowley and Walton to the right, with Watts lined up in the backfield. Martinez out of the pistol. Walton comes in motion. They'll hand it to Tommy Watts. He makes a nice cut up the middle, and he's going to be close to a first down at the 13-yard line, right at the marker, and we will wait and see. They say he's going to be just a little bit short, so third down and inches coming up for the Big Reds.
Nice job by David Elmore and Billy Roberts on that left side. Washed it down.
And they go right back to Watts off the right side. Big hole, he's inside the 5, fighting for the end zone. Touchdown, Big Reds.
Wow, great opening drive, short field. Took advantage of it, Matt. Here we come.
Tommy Watts, a 13-yard run. And the Big Reds are on the board with 8:23 left to go here in the first quarter. And the Big Reds will be going for 2. Martinez is going to work out of the pistol. Double tight end formation here for Big Reds. And fake the handoff. Martinez keeps it himself, dives up the middle, and he finds it. Oh, Cameron Martinez on the 2-point conversion. Big Reds with an 8-0 lead.
Running that veer over to Billy Roberts' side, and it's pretty hard to keep him from getting 3 yards.
Absolutely. So the Big Reds take an 8-0 lead, 8:22 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Core Realty Partners is a locally owned and operated real estate brokerage firm located at 451 West Western Avenue. Core Realty Partners' mission is to provide unmatched, honest service to our clients, always trying to exceed their expectations, providing great support and a healthy work environment for our associates. Our goal is not to be the biggest, just the best in our industry. Our success will be the result of having the best interest in mind for our clients, our associates, and the communities we serve. Core Realty Partners.
Back here, the Big Reds getting ready to kick it off after a Tommy Watts 13-yard touchdown run gets Muskegon on the board. That's Watts' 3rd touchdown run of the season. Crowley kicks this one off, a short kick fielded by Moore, and a big hit delivered by the Big Reds just over the 35-yard line.
Billy Johnson and Tommy Watts, who just scored the touchdown. When you see that one on the replay, that road, Matt, is closed.
So they'll mark it at the 36.
Wow.
Short return on the play.
Oh my goodness, admission's free, you pay to get out on that one.
First down and 10 as Nolan Collins leads the Knights up to the line of scrimmage. In that wing T formation, they're going off the right-hand side and not much there. Jumping up quickly on the tackle for the Big Reds, DeJuan Lindsay.
The junior coming up right there on that. That is a power off tackle play for them, and Lindsay came up, made a nice tackle.
Gain of 1 for Rose on that play for the Knights. Second down, 9 yards to go from the 37. Collins, the senior quarterback, goes under center. Handoff right up the middle, and not much there as the Big Reds quickly close that hole. Junior running back Nathan Titus.
Junior Dwight McKinney on the stop right there, followed that pulling guard right there, hit that fullback, took him back, no gain. Great play right there.
So third down and long again for this Knights team. And Coach, just explain, why is third down and long so hard for a wing T style team like this?
Well, this offense is designed for 3 yards. This offense is designed 3 yards, 4 yards, somewhere right in there. So first down is imperative that you pick up that yardage because you've got everybody sitting right in front of you right now. Watch the tight ends on this. See the tight ends release? There you go. This is the only pass play they can have out of that.
And they can't get through as the Big Reds. Big man Jalen Jordan, the senior, in on the sack. Lost back to the 30-yard line, loss of 7 yards on the play. And the Big Red defense with another 3-and-out stand.
Absolutely, great series right there again. They are, Kenowa Hills is in the minus yardage for their first 2 possessions right now. And again, any kind of a return here, Matt, we're playing with a short field again.
Yeah, and Big Red sending 2 back now. Colby Lewis joins Miles Walton back there in a low kick. And that's going to roll out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So about a 30-yard punt for the Knights.
Boy, it's nice to see the kids come out having fun. Beautiful night for football.
Absolutely. It was great to see the young Big Red fans out there with the football team coming onto the field before the game. Just a special night here at Hackley Stadium. Runner in motion as Martinez fakes the handoff, drops back, now still keeps his eyes downfield. Oh, had it in and out of the hands of Japri Henderson. Henderson was trying to get a toe in there, but it goes incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up.
Muskegon coming out, throwing on first down right there, Matt. I like that.
Trying to mix things up a little bit. Martinez scanning the field.
And even if he'd have caught it, Matt, he'd have probably been out of bounds.
Yeah.
You know, looked like he was a yard and a half.
But the play broke down. They tried to make a play down the field. Just didn't work out. Second down, 10 yards to go. Big Reds need to get to midfield here. Martinez sends a man in motion. Handoff off the right side. It's a big hole.
There we go.
And it's a foot race for Tommy Watts down the 30,
gone, Matt.
the 20. He turns the corner and he's in. Tommy Watts, 60 yards.
Hang on to your hats, folks.
Tommy Watts matches his season total with 2 touchdowns here tonight. And the Big Reds have a 14-0 lead, 5:52 left to go here in the first quarter of play.
Dwayne Anderson, and how about Jamarius Dickerson on that play? What a hole they opened.
Setting the edge, getting everything ready, and Tommy just bursted right through it. Martinez looking to throw on the 2-point conversion, and he's got a wide open Quentin Reynolds. Too easy there. 16-0. Big Reds on top. 5:52 left to go in the first quarter of play. We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
Lakeshore Carpet One can serve all your home carpet needs. Former Big Red Brett Thorson and his staff are ready to serve you. Lakeshore Carpet One, a proud sponsor of Big Reds football. Located at the corner of Sherman and McCracken, it's Lakeshore Carpet One.
Back at Hackley Stadium, Tommy Watts, his second touchdown run of the night. Coach, he's got a 13-yarder, but that 60-yarder, man, he had a big old hole to burst through, and he took advantage of it.
Boy, that offensive line is dominating that line of scrimmage right now. How about the pregame, the ball dropping in? We had 4 parachutists come in there from the Matt Bowles School of Skydiving. Perfect landings.
Up to the 38-yard line by Jeremiah Moe, the junior. And that's where the Knights will take over.
Trayvon Coates on the tackle right there in the special teams. Boy, a lot of kids in there tonight already. That's great. People making plays.
Ball spotted at the 37-yard line.
5:46 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Kenowa Hills back to the wing T setup with Nolan Collins under center. Collins hands that one off, and not much room on the right side for Ethan Ogden, the sophomore. Got a yard up to the 38, and that'll set up second down and 9.
Nice tackle right there by Jalen Jordan and Dwight McKinney again. Really getting after it. That power off tackle, Matt. They need to redraw that play. They got such tight splits in there, and again, Muskegon is so much bigger and physical.
Second down and 9. Collins fakes the handoff, keeps this one. He's got an open man on the right side, and that's going to be a first down as it gets into the hands of junior Jeremiah Moe. Off the right side, and they are up to the 49-yard line. 11-yard gain, biggest play of the day for the Knights, and their first down of the evening.
Nice tackle by Tyrese Oaks over there on the sideline. Good form tackle right there. And, you know, you love seeing kids tackle today, wrapping those arms up. You know, so much now is just about contact, you know, coming up in that collision. But, boy, it's refreshing when you see the old school. Let's wrap the arms up.
4:40 left to go as the Knights step up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff up the middle. Nothing there for Nathan Titus, the junior. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and the Big Reds slam the door. Big Billy Roberts had the tackle there for Muskegon.
Boy, Billy's getting after it.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
So again, Kenowa Hills right at the sticks. No gain on first down, second down and long. Thrown a couple times already here tonight.
Watch these tight ends. Read your keys.
Second down, handoff. And a little bit of movement there as the Knights get across midfield. Knights do keep the clock rolling here. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Handoff off the right side. It's Ogden again, and Ogden.
Jalen Jordan.
No gain on that play, and fourth down, 8 yards to go across midfield, and Knights down 16 already. Look like they're going to keep the offense out here, Coach.
I would watch for a toss to the running back and maybe a quick kick here. See if one of these backs lines up a little bit deeper. Give himself some space. He may try and, you know, long count him also, draw him off sides.
Yeah, then you got to goes from 4th and 8 to 4th and 3 if they could do that.
Boot pass.
Looking, throwback and pass in and out of the hands of Caden Rose. And on his way in to disrupt was Dwight McKinney.
I'm going to tell you, that was one of the, what a great play right there by Dwight McKinney reading that. And that was a good call. I applaud that call right there after seeing the film last week on East Grand Rapids, what they did to Muskegon with the screen pass. So they came out in perfect time to try it. But, well, I'll tell you what, Dwight McKinney played it as well as you can play it. That's exactly how you'd coach him to play it.
2:34, and the Big Reds take over at the 49-yard line. Cameron Martinez drops back, and he's going to unload one. He's got Amari Crowley. Deep. Crowley will take it the rest of the way. 51-yard passing catch from Martinez to Crowley. Crowley's second receiving touchdown of the year, and the Big Reds add to their lead. It's 22-0.
That looked like something that happened in pregame, Matt.
little warm-up toss.
Oh, my goodness. That
Crowley was
defensive
wide
back,
open.
I have no clue what he was looking at, but he certainly was not playing his position.
So big play there for the Big Reds, their second long touchdown score of the game. And Martinez and company will go for 2 again with 2:25 to go. They're going to hand this one on the sweep. It's Henderson who stops, cuts back up, and gets in for 2. Nice job by Jabri Henderson right there, getting the 2-point conversion. 24-0, Big Reds on top. 2:24 to go here in the first. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Our thanks to Brickley DeLong, Certified Public Accountants. Brickley DeLong is a full-service public accounting and business consulting firm serving your West Michigan accounting needs with offices in Grand Haven, Grand Rapids, Hart, and at 316 Morris Avenue, Suite 500 in Muskegon. They have a full team of CPA experts. Our thanks to Don Swick, Tim Arter, and their staff. Brickley DeLong, serving the community for over 40 years.
Big Reds ready to kick it off for the 4th time here in the first quarter. They've got a 24-0 lead, 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. And kick from Crowley, fielded and brought up by senior Carter Ross across right to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Knights will set up first down and 10. And Coach, you just told me an amazing number. How many plays for those 3 touchdowns?
7.
So that's not quite 50. That's in the 40% rate somewhere, if my math is okay.
Well,
maybe 37.
And that gives Brent White and his staff something to work on at halftime, Matt.
Yeah. So the Knights did move the chains last time, got the ball into Big Red's territory, but stalled out, went for it on 4th and long. Had a screenplay set up, but the Big Reds were right there, had it been completed. So first down and 10 on the 30. As Nolan Collins heads under center for the Knights. Collins, delay, handoff on the right side, and nothing there. Actually going to be a loss on the play as Herzog on the carry lost almost 2 yards. Had a trio of Big Reds right there.
That center is having so much trouble right now that the fullback dive right there is just, it's killing them. And the Big Reds are actually, what they're doing is reestablishing the line of scrimmage, Matt. I mean, it's like 2 to 3 yards behind where the ball is being snapped right now. And that causes all kinds of grief for a team that pulls and traps.
Knights will try it, 2nd down and 12 from their own 28. Handoff off the right side, and a little bit of a hole there. Positive yardage on the play for Herzog, the junior. Got it up to the 33. That's a gain of about 4 yards.
Lindsey and McKinney again over there, coming up quick.
Lindsey very quietly, the 2nd leading tackler on the team coming into tonight with 23 tackles for the junior linebacker.
Here's where you want to make sure you're reading your keys. Near back, tight ends, okay? You're looking at those tight ends releasing and the near back coming out.
3rd and 8. Collins keeps it. He's got an open man on the left side, and they got a first down and more across midfield. That's Jeremy Herzog on the reception. About 23 yards on that passing catch.
As I was saying, near back coming out.
You should have tried coaching football sometime.
You know, I thought about it. I did give it some consideration 34 years ago. Again, you know, it's a very predictable offense.
Right.
It's a very predictable offense.
20 seconds left, and I don't think the Knights will be compelled to snap a ball again here in the first quarter, as the Big Reds get 3 touchdowns, 2 from running back Tommy Watts, and then a long pass and catch from Martinez to Crowley. That'll do it for the first quarter play. Big Reds on top, 24-0. We'll be back after this.
The Trophy House in Jones Sports in Muskegon offers something for all your sporting goods and trophy needs. They are the official provider of apparel for the Big Reds football broadcast team. Owners Steve Bliss, John Coy, and Rick Jones are available to help. The Trophy House in Jones Sports, located at 2350 Henry Street.
Here we go, second quarter of play, ready to begin. Kenowa Hills has it, first down and 10 in Big Red territory. Collins fakes the handoff, looking for somewhere to go, and pass underneath falls incomplete for the intended target, Ethan Ogden. I'll set up second down and 10. Clock stops just 7 seconds into this second quarter.
Well, and again, that time right there, we played assignment football on defense, picking up, you know, all three receivers coming out.
So they'll move the ball back to the left hash. The Big Red 45-yard line.
That senior quarterback for Kenowa Hills, Nolan Collins, right there. He was running like a chicken from the kernel, Matt.
Collins under center. Handoff off the left side. And on the play, Rose gets a yard or two before he gets stood up. Lindsey right in there again for the Big Reds, among a couple of Muskegon Big Reds in on that stop. No gain on the play.
I'm going to tell you what, Juan Lindsey again on the hit. Perfect form tackle right there. You want to see how to tackle? Watch that play again.
So third down, 10 yards to go now, and more of a passing down, although the Knights have already tried on fourth down once here in Big Red territory, so they might consider this two plays left to go in this series.
Watch your guard, boot pass.
Running to his right, and they're just going to unleash that ball. Collins looking for his own safety, gets rid of that one. And fourth down, 10 yards to go for the Knights. And it looks like, again, they're going to keep their offense out because they're in Big Red territory.
And again, he didn't have much of an option on that one but to throw it away. The coverage was phenomenal. You know, Montrell Dockery talking to those defensive backs from the sideline there.
Yeah, he had a couple gentlemen wearing gray uniforms chasing after him as well.
Oh, yes, he did.
That would usually compel one to think about maybe disposing of the ball. Not Collins on fourth down, takes the handoff, rolls to his right again, pass underneath, and that is complete. Caden Rose has it, and he is down to the 30-yard line. Gain of 15 yards on fourth down, and the Knights move the chains. They're down to the Big Red 30.
And that time they actually sent the fullback out in the route too.
So the Knights finding a little success here moving the ball through the air. They have really struggled to find anything on the ground so far.
Yeah, they're running those flood routes right now and trying to send more receivers to an area than we've got coverage. So
Collins heads under center. On first down, he rolls to his left this time, and he throws one up, and that one's going to be intercepted by the Big Reds. Coming down with that one, Tyrese Oaks for Muskegon. And they're going to say he came down at about the 1-yard line. But we've got a roughing the passer penalty, taking away a Big Reds interception. Coach, this is the third time this has happened this season.
And I was just getting ready to make a comment about the fact there have been no flags in this game. Great play by Tyrese Oaks, yes.
And again, nothing to show for it.
Well,
fortunately, a penalty.
That's the game.
The line of scrimmage.
That's the game, Matt. We got to make more plays then.
So Collins gets under center here, first and 10 from the 15, run on the right side, and as quickly as a hole opens, it closes on Herzog. Very little gain. Miles Walton among those in there for the Big Reds.
Nice job of coming up, meeting the ball carrier by Miles Walton right there. What a great attitude, very coachable young man. Nothing like you, Matt.
No.
Nothing.
No, it was a nightmare.
Cameraman Dave Loring over here is in a full sweat right now. Action's fast and furious for him.
Second and 10, ball at the Big Red 15-yard line for Kenowa Hills as Collins goes under center.
Watch these guards.
Quick run right up the middle for Ogden. And not much there. In fact, nothing there. Good job by the Big Reds once they heard the whistle to stop. Third down and 10 from the 15.
Another name, Quenshaw Clancy, in there on the tackle right there, wanting a piece of that white jersey.
The big junior lineman for the Big Reds, plug in the middle here tonight. Under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Muskegon a 24-0 lead. The Kenowa Hills threatening here in the second quarter in the red zone. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Demetrius Walker and Jalen Jordan, the big three right there over the football.
Collins with 3 backs lined up behind him. And he keeps it himself, and quickly that play comes to an end as blowing through is Dwight McKinney again for the Big Reds, a loss of 5.
I don't think McKinney had this many tackles in practice this week. He is all over the place today, Matt.
And so that sets up 4th and 15. You'd be looking at a 37-yard field goal, but down 24. Coach Sam Becker and company keeping the offense out. They've converted on 1 4th down.
And again, Matt, in this situation, look for him to do some kind of play-action boot to the wide side of the field. It's hard play for a quarterback because he's running to his left. So, you know, we just have to make sure we pick up the 2nd and 3rd, you know, receivers out there.
Quick timeout on the field with 7:44 to go here in the first half. We'll take that as well. Big Reds up 24.
Timeout, Kenowa Hills.
Bowman's Body Shop in Muskegon has over 50 years of experience providing comprehensive auto collision repair and body work for all cars, trucks, and SUVs. Henry Bostrom and Bowman's Body Shop are proud sponsors of Big Red football. Bowman's Body Shop, located at 2846 South Getty Street in Muskegon.
Out of the timeout, the Knights of Kenowa Hills looking at 4th down and 15 from the Big Red 20-yard line. Quarterback, senior Collins, goes under center, fakes the handoff, running for his life and nowhere to go. Coming through and closing the hole, Jalen Jordan on the stop for the Big Reds.
Jalen started to do a little happy dance right there coming off the field. You see that? That's great.
So big turnover for the Big Reds on defense. They stop them on downs after Kenowa Hills had it down to the 15-yard line. And Coach, how many times have we said that this season? Our opponent gets into our red zone, comes away with nothing.
Absolutely. Defense arose to the occasion right there after the miscue and the penalty.
Martinez has 3 receivers and a tight end on this set, looking to his left, ball up in the air, just out of the reach. Quentin Reynolds, who got his head turned around just a little bit late on that one, possibly. Pass falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
You know, that's a pretty good ball right there, because if our man can't catch it, it's not in position for that defensive back to catch it. Nice pass by Cam right there.
Martinez out of the shotgun, sends Henderson in motion. And following right behind him, breaking some tackles for the Big Reds, Jakari Kitchen. Caught in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards on the play, and that sets up 3rd down and 12.
Jakari Kitchen, it's the first time we've seen him carry the ball in a game. It's good to see him back in there. That's a fast young man. He runs a 4.4 to the sideline even.
So the Big Reds on 3rd and 11.
It is Mona Shore 7, Rockford 7.
Martinez will work tight formation here for the Big Reds. They send a man in motion, and flag falls. And so 3rd down and 16 to go. Big Reds need to get it all the way up to the 35-yard line. Martinez sends a man in motion, keeps this one himself, and gets tripped up in the backfield. So Shane Fairfield showing some confidence in his defense right here.
He's very confident in that defense right now.
Man in motion, Martinez fakes the handoff, and he's going to just let one loose, and he's got a man wide open. It's Dupree Henderson down the left sideline. 80 yards on the passing catch. Oh, Martinez put it up. Henderson brought it down, and the Big Reds add to their lead 30-0.
Fourth down, Matt. Fourth down. A wheel.
Fairfield's smiling on the sideline even on that one.
Well, they ran a wheel route right there because the number 2 receiver came out to the sideline and up, and the wide receiver ran a post pattern, a shallow post right there, keeping the free safety right there. So great pass play. Boy, and he put enough air underneath it, allowing that receiver run underneath it.
Beautiful timing.
We'd like to thank Benton Baker Honda for sponsoring Big Red Football. Benton Baker Honda offers a full lineup of new Honda vehicles as well as quality used vehicles. The Benton Baker Honda staff is dedicated and will work with you to put you behind the wheel of the Honda vehicle you want at an affordable price. Benton Baker Honda, located at 2501 Henry Street in Muskegon.
Trying to get the 2-point conversion play in and get it off in time. They still got time. Cam takes it, drops back, looks to the left. That one's deflected away. So 2-point conversion, no good, but the Big Reds add to their lead, their biggest play of the night. 80 yards on the passing catch from Martinez to Henderson. It's a 30-0 lead. We'll take a break and be back after this. Crowley tees the ball up for the Big Reds for the big score. 80 yards on the passing catch to Dupree Henderson from Cameron Martinez. Big Reds have a 30-0 lead. Kickoff fielded by DeVries. He'll come up the left side across the 30 to about the 32 before he is greeted by a couple men in gray.
How about that hit by Amari Crowley right there? Wow. The junior coming downfield on special teams, just laying the lumber to him.
And that's after he kicked the ball.
It's great. He's the best tackling kicker I've seen in the state this year.
5:26 to go here in the first half. Big Reds with a 30-0 lead on the Knights of Kenowa Hills. Nolan Collins, the senior quarterback, heads under center for Kenowa Hills. Handoff off the left side. A little bit of a hole there for Caden Rose, the junior. He gets about 5 yards, and that's exactly what you want on first down.
That's because, again, that's what wing T is designed for right there. And that isolation power off tackle play.
That'll move it up to the 37-yard line as we cross the 5-minute mark. Left to go here in half number 1 from historic Hackley Stadium. Handoff off the left side. It's going to be close to a first down for Caden Rose. And they're going to say he got it all the way up to the 42-yard line. So first down for the Knights with 4:51 left to go here in the second quarter.
Got a big left tackle there for Kenowa Hills, 6'5", 270. Trying to get him to be a little more assertive out there, running off him, that isolation. Colby Lewis coming up there from the secondary, making the play.
Collins heads under center, ball on the left hash at the 42. And handoff, and again, sneaking through as Rose finds a little hole and finds some positive yardage, gain of about 4 yards on first down, sets up second down and 6.
They're liking running over that left tackle right now, Matt.
Brings up a 2nd and 6.
It's like big Tyler Mersman, their left tackle over there, number 61. As they're going to boot this one off to the right. They've got a man underneath, complete near midfield is Charles Odell, the junior. Gain of about 4 yards on the play, sets up third down and 2.
Pierre Johnson coming up, the junior, making a stop right there out in the flat.
Brings up a 3rd and 2.
So the Knights burning clock, moving the chain. Looking at 3rd and 2 from midfield.
They're going to go right over that left tackle that they've had having success with right here, that isolation play. Like I said, right tackle.
To the right. But looks like they got enough for another first down. Into Big Red territory goes Jeremy Herzog for a gain of 3.
Jeremy Herzog, last week, they had 2 running backs last week, Matt, go over 100 yards rushing, so.
50-12 win last week against Union.
Yeah, 2 running backs they had over 100 yards rushing. Doesn't look like they're on their way there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Opened the season with a 28-20 win versus Wayland Union, a team that they had lost to 20-0 back in 2018. Lost 38-8 to Mount Pleasant. Collins looking for a throw across the middle. That one's picked off. Colby Lewis has it for the Big Reds, and he's going right up the middle with it to the 45-yard line. Colby Lewis with the interception for Muskegon. That'll turn it back to the Big Reds with 2:37 left to go here in the first half of play. That is interception number 2 on the season for Colby Lewis.
Wow. Again, quarterback right there, Nolan Collins, trying to go to his left, have to throw off his back foot over through the receiver, Matt, and guess who's sitting there waiting? Merry Christmas.
Martinez has it. Pressure coming. He rolls away from one, rolls away from another, keeps the play alive, throws it downfield. Oh! In and out of the hands, and a late flag comes in from behind the play. Out of a number of tackles, and then after he threw the ball, they call roughing the passer on the Knights, and a 15-yard penalty will move it down to the 30-yard line for the Big Reds.
I'm going to tell you, what you just witnessed on that play right there was Muskegon's version of Dancing with the Stars.
Cameron Martinez. Some educated feet out there.
You talk about eyes in the back of your head. Let your feet do the talking. That is great, extending the play like that. I tell you, that does nothing but give opposing defensive coordinators, nightmares.
Yeah, you don't sleep when you watch film like that. 2:26 to go here in the half. Martinez with Watts to his right-hand side, quickly back up to the line of scrimmage for the Big Reds. They get the Knights to jump. 3 of them. So now it'll be first down and 5 from the 25.
That's so funny. Kenowa Hill senior Sean Powers right there, number 99. Watch him take a half step over the line of scrimmage, and he stops, Matt, like, I don't think they caught me. I don't think they caught me on that, but he just freezes.
That's a lonely feeling. First and 5. Martinez with 2 to the short side of the field, fakes the handoff to Watts, completes it underneath. That's Japri Henderson again. Henderson makes one man miss. He's inside the 10, breaks through another tackle, and he's almost to the end zone. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Japri Henderson on the 23-yard passing catch.
That Big Red strength and conditioning program right there paying off. You can't train with Marines on the beach and not have results like that. That's incredible, Matt.
First and goal. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half for the Big Reds. Martinez in the shotgun. As a man in motion, Cam keeps it himself. Right up the middle he goes, into the end zone. Touchdown, Big Reds. Cameron Martinez, his 9th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Big Reds add to their lead. It's 36-0 with 1:53 to go here in the half.
And that means a running clock when we come back.
If we hold Kenowa off the board, Coach.
We have to, for duty and humanity.
David Loring is concerned about one matter and one matter only.
The Big Red motto.
That is that pizza.
The Big Red motto, Matt. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of championships. Here we come.
Conversion. Here we go. Martinez drops back, looking to the left again. Jump ball, and look at that. Is that big Joey Porter, or Jordan Porter, coming down with it? It is Jordan Porter. The beautiful hands right there with 1:53 left to go. The Big Reds 38, the Knights 0.
Jordan Porter, 74-inch vertical jump, and he's 6'9" as it is.
I'm ready to put him as an all-pro linebacker with the Steelers already, giving him Joey Porter's name. But Jordan Porter, what a play there.
Tell you what, I'm really impressed, how we're mixing it up offensively with the calls tonight.
Yeah,
Cam's really spreading. I mean, their game plan really spreading the ball around. A lot of touches for a lot of kids.
At the Meat Block, their products have been selected with 5 generations of experience and knowledge of the meat industry since 1909. All products are aged properly for the taste and tenderness desired. We are proud to provide the quality service that the Anderson family has been supplying for over 100 years. All of our products are USDA choice grade or better. Some of the best restaurants in West Michigan serve our products. A proud supporter of Big Red football, the Meat Block at 2330 East Broadway Avenue, the cuts you dine out for. Crowley will kick it off. Minute 53 left to go.
Crowley kicking, who happens to be the leading tackler on special teams right now.
Fielded by Carter Ross, and Ross will go down at the 31-yard line. Big stop on the play. Dietrich Fondren on the stop for the Big Reds.
Had a nice chat with Dietrich before the game here. What a nice young man. Very focused, and boy, does he give his best effort on special teams.
Oh, man. And another young man that looks like he spent a little time in the weight room in the office.
Well, he's a wrestler.
Oh, man.
I mean, he is a wrestler, 175 pounds, and he absolutely loves the sport of wrestling, also runs track, but had a great conversation with him. I honestly believe someday he'll be president.
1st and 10, handoff up the middle for the Knights. A yard on the play, maybe 2 for sophomore Ethan Ogden. But even give him 3 all the way up to the 34-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up, but the Knights watching that clock tick inside 90 seconds.
Holy Shores 14, Rockford 7.
Beautiful night for football. No wind at all.
Just a beautiful night here in downtown Muskegon, historic Hackley Stadium. 2nd and 7 for the Knights. Handoff, and not much there. Maybe another yard or 2 on that play.
I think Billy Roberts at the bottom of that pile right there. You know, I've really kind of figured it out here. The worst thing that's happened to Kenowa Hills tonight was the parachuters. They found the right field. You know, when they got that ball, that was when they started. Kenowa Hills started going downhill. As soon as that ball hit the field.
They're down, 6 yards to go. Knights can run one more play here, and provided the Big Reds are okay with it and don't use a timeout, Kenowa can run this clock out. Handoff off the left side, and not much there for Caden Rose. 15 seconds left here in the half. Looks like the Big Reds are going to be content to take a 38-0 lead into the half.
Nice tackle by Desjuan Lindsay again. Hey, what? He's all over that field. This is the kind of run game though these linebackers from Muskegon, this force unit likes to see.
Absolutely.
You know, right when they're going to try and run it right at you, and they get to step up, man up.
Outstanding first half for your Muskegon Big Reds. 38-0 they lead. We will take a break and be back.
Core Realty Partners is a locally owned and operated real estate brokerage firm located at 451 West Western Avenue. Core Realty Partners' mission is to provide unmatched, honest service to our clients, always trying to exceed their expectations, providing great support and a healthy work environment for our associates. Our goal is not to be the biggest, just the best in our industry. Our success will be the result of having the best interest in mind for our clients, our associates, and the communities we serve. Core Realty Partners.
Where'd you go? We were down on the first floor. There's nobody down there.
This 2019 season marks Tom's 45th year serving this big red service. Standing in front of them are members of the Shawaki family who have come here tonight to show their love and support for all time has done for Big Red athletes over the years. All Big Red fans, the last family is sitting up here in the press box as the last family advance forward and quickly. Would you please join the Big Red squad and the Shawaki family members in a show of gratitude and respect for Tom's 45 years of dedication and service to this Big Red football program. Thank you, Tom, for all you have done.
G&L Greek Chili Dogs is a proud supporter of Big Reds football. With their signature chili dog, varied menu, and friendly table service, G&L provides a unique dining opportunity with 3 locations in Muskegon on Sherman, Sternberg, and Apple Avenue. G&L Greek Chili Dogs, a Muskegon tradition since 1926.
Back from halftime here from historic Hackley Stadium. Muskegon Big Reds with a 38-0 lead, and they will get the ball to start the second half. Robert G. Jr. will be back deep for the Big Reds, standing at his own 10-yard line.
266 total yards at halftime for the Big Reds, 59 for Kenowa Hills. Muskegon surprisingly has thrown for 180 in that first half. Doubles their output for the season.
Short kick, and the Big Reds quickly jump up on it. Good play by Japri Henderson there. Kenowa Hills trying to catch Muskegon off guard.
What a great play by Japri Henderson right there. What are you talking about, a tough bounce? That was a phenomenal kick.
Just smothered that up, and Coach, you talked about 180 passing yards in the first half. Cameron Martinez on the season coming into tonight was 13 of 22 for 178.
He was 4 for 6 in the first half for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Perfect.
So Martinez, five receivers set here, 3 to his right, 2 to his left. They're going to quickly get in the hands of Reynolds down the left sideline. Reynolds breaks one tackle, fights forward for a first down across midfield. Quentin Reynolds, the senior, moves the chains for Muskegon.
You know, running that right into the boundary here. They're playing soft coverage over here, and they took advantage of it.
Ball started at midfield for Muskegon.
So the Big Reds move it up to midfield after that quick play, and that did not work quite well. Yes, ball got a little hung up on the snap right there on first down, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
A 5-yard walk-off against Muskegon.
Make that 5 for 7 now for Cameron Martinez.
So Darian Bridgeford, the senior, in at center today for the Big Reds. That snap comes off a little cleaner, and Big Reds get it into the hands on the right side. Trying to get Julius Sims going there, it looked like. No, that was Japri again. Japri Henderson on that one.
Zachary Mosick in on the stop for Kenowa Hills. A gain of 6 on that play.
Robert Gee Jr., what a block out there in the perimeter. Took his man almost completely out of the play.
Man in motion as Martinez will hand it off, sweeping off the left side. Almost had a first down there. That was Robert Gee Jr. on the play. Give him about 8.
Robert G running with the ball.
Robert Gee Jr., the senior, sets up 3rd down and 2, and the Big Reds right back on the line and right back to work. Martinez, quick pass over on the left side. Quentin Reynolds, 1st down and more, carries a couple of Knights with him inside the 30, down to the 28, and the Big Reds moving the ball right along here.
Nice quick pass, sharp pass right there.
Couple minutes into the second half, Big Reds on the first possession, and ooh, pass intended for the target. Crowley falls incomplete, and Kenowa Hills had a good beat on that one. Coach, got a running clock here, and for those that don't know, in the second half of high school football games, when the lead gets to 35 points, there's only 4 reasons that they stop the clock. As Big Reds will hand it off on the sweep. Dupree Henderson off the right side. Breaks the tackle. He's inside the 20 as a first down and more.
And it's not over till it's over on a play.
No. So as I was saying, there's 4 reasons they stop the clock. There's timeouts, there's injuries, there's penalties, and there's scores. Other than that, they're going to keep the clock rolling. If it should get up to 50 points, then they'll just flip the switch and let the clock keep rolling for everything. Big Reds on the move, marching down the field. Martinez going to put one up, and it's underthrown, taken away. Isaac Hayes on the interception. Cameron Martinez throws his second pick of the season, and the Big Reds' promising drive comes up empty here to start the first drive of the second half.
Just a little bit underthrown right there. That's the one you want over the outside shoulder of the receiver so that that defensive back, if your man can't get it, nobody can get it.
And there's no wind here tonight, so Cam just didn't quite get enough on that one. And the Big Red defense. Coach, how'd the Big Red defense do against the run in the first half?
Well, we've got some things to tighten up. We gave up 7 yards rushing.
Okay, all right.
59 total yards, so no, it doesn't get much better than that. You know,
Just an outstanding first half.
couple of things assignment-wise in the flat. That's it. You know, but our run defense is unbelievable.
Nolan Collins leads this Kenowa Hills wing T offense up to the line of scrimmage. Hand off the left side and into the hands of Caden Rose, who loses a yard back to the 19-yard line. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Quinshaw Clancy right there again making a stop. I'll tell you what, they just again, the Big Reds are reestablishing the line of scrimmage, it seems, meaning that they are moving it back. It's not where it originally is. They are causing so much havoc up there that they're reestablishing it about 1.5 yards further in the offensive backfield.
Kenowa on 2nd and 11, handoff off the left-hand side again, and again they string out the runner Rose, who can't turn the corner, and that'll set up 3rd down and 11 yards to go. No gain on the play.
Sean Lindsay, nice stop. Here's in this situation right here now again, wing T football. They got the ball on the left hash. Watch for some kind of play action, roll out here to the wide side. You got a right-handed quarterback, you know, in Collins here, so.
Almost halfway through the 3rd quarter, Big Reds with a 38-point lead. On 3rd down, and Collins has company. He's got to get rid of it quickly. Overthrows Titus, the intended target. Pass falls incomplete. And 4th down and long, and looks like the Knights will send their punting team out onto the field, and Big Reds will set back Miles Walton and Colby Lewis here on this play for the punt return.
Down to 6 minutes in the 3rd quarter, Matt. Running clock.
Running clock keeps things moving right along. Snap is good, and that ball kicked away. Short kick, and nice job on the return. Breaking a tackle is Lewis. Drag a man for a yard or 2, but just a good job to come up and get that one for Colby Lewis. And Big Reds start with the ball in Knight territory at the 44-yard line.
I tell you what, they didn't give Colby Lewis much space to catch that football right there either.
No, that is accurate. Good special teams coverage there by the Knights as Martinez work out of the pistol. And he drops the defense over, and Martinez too wide to either side. Looking for a quick pass over on the right-hand side. Off to the races goes Julius Sims. He breaks one tackle. He keeps going. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, and down to about the 8-yard line. Sims, an electric run right there for the Big Reds. 31 yards on the reception.
Great call right there against that particular look in the secondary. And they had it blocked extremely well, and Sims was able to break a couple of tackles, Matt.
First and goal. Martinez hands this one off, coming off the left side and walk it in. Robert G on the touchdown for the Big Reds. That'll make it 44-0 with 4:12 left to go here in quarter number 3.
Perfectly executed jet sweep right there. Cut it back, walked in untouched. That's how you draw it up.
Big Reds 4 for 5 on 2-point conversions so far in this game. And they have just been going for 2 all night. So Martinez will have Kitchen in the backfield with him here. And 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On the 2-point conversion, Cam keeps this one himself rolling, looks in the end zone, and had a couple men there, but couldn't quite thread the needle. Good hands by Kenowa Hills, 44-0. Big Reds on top with 4:12 left to go in the third. We'll take a break and be back.
Schmidt Roofing and Construction is ready to assist with your next home roofing or construction project, including siding, replacement windows, doors, chimneys, and snow and ice removal. The Old Roofer, located at 552 West Southern Avenue, Schmidt Roofing and Construction is your pregame sponsor of Big Reds football.
Muskegon Big Reds add to their lead. It's 44-0 with 4:12 left to go here in the third quarter of play as Amari Crowley will tee this one up and kick it off for Muskegon. And a rolling end-over-end kick picked up by Jeremiah Moe. He'll move to his right, get it across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. And that is where Kenowa Hills will begin this drive. First down and 10.
Gosh, Robert Gee on that tackle right there after making a touchdown run. And Dwight McKinney in on the stop on that kickoff. Tell you what, these special teams are really getting after it tonight.
Everybody's getting in on the fun. And speaking of getting in on the fun, Coach,
there we go.
Next week, Saturday.
Help them around.
Next week, Friday's homecoming against Fruitport right here at historic Hackley Stadium. Next week, Saturday, is going to be the Big Red Pride past, present, and future event coming up here at the high school. It's going to include a live auction, a silent auction, a steak fry, school tours. And that's tours start at 4 o'clock on Saturday, September 28th. And dinner starts at 5. Live auction starts at 7. It's going to be right on the Muskegon High School campus. If you want dinner, it's $25 a ticket. If you're just coming for the auction, it's only $15. And you can call our buddy Tony Williams. You know Tony.
Everyone knows Tony Williams.
Call Tony Williams, 231-903-8898. You can donate items to the auction still, and you can get your tickets. Otherwise, you can learn more at bigredprideauction.org. So again, call Tony Williams at 231-903-8898, or you can call Bob Ecker at 231-730-0530 to get your tickets, get your donations in. And again, the Big Red Pride past, present, and future event coming up next week, Saturday, right at the high school. So great stuff. Again, Saturday the 28th. By the time everybody watches this, it'll be this coming Saturday. So good stuff there, and a great event. And proceeds are going to go to Muskegon Big Red Athletic Foundation.
Nice, nice.
Absolutely.
Always a good cause. Always next Saturday.
Yeah.
Next
By
Saturday.
the time everybody's watching this, it'll be this coming Saturday, the 28th.
Tony Williams is going to be there, huh? I got to be there then.
Yeah, celebrity appearance. 2 minutes to go. Third down for the Knights here. 3rd and 2 in quarter number 3 as they're at the 45-yard line. No gain on the play for Isaiah Ignatiak.
Big Demetrius Walker, the sophomore right there.
So we'll see. Kenowa Hill's going to go for it here on their own 45-yard line, and at this point, why not? 44-0. Minute and a half left to go here in the third quarter as this running clock continues to roll.
And watch for the long count right here. Try and draw us off sides.
Big Red defense hunkering down. Collins runs into his man and now rolls to his right, stops and gets hit from behind as he unleashes that pass. It's incomplete. Good coverage there from Julius Sims to deflect that one away from the intended target, Preston Mull. And a turnover on downs. Possession back to the Big Reds.
Boy, He didn't have much time right there. Just as he was throwing that ball, he was getting hit.
Looks like we're going to have Amari Crowley come in, take over at quarterback for the Big Reds here. 40 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Probably about one more play left before we get off to the fourth quarter. Crowley will work out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Takes a snap and he's going to run this one to his left. 1st down and more inside the 40, inside the 30. Makes another man miss and he's down to the 22-yard line. Crowley with a 23-yard run and a 1st down coming up for the Big Reds.
How about Jakari Kitchen's block right there? Kitchen 6'4", 245. No, that's the wrong guy. Kitchen 5'4", 135.
He's got a couple more inches.
It was a great block.
It was a great block, and it was a great quarter. We head to the fourth. 44-0, Muskegon on top. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Jim Tire Company has kept pace with the changing auto service world in the over 75 years it's been in business. But one constant has been family ownership. Jim Tire Company are proud of their great service and customer relationships. Jim Tire offering new and used tire sales and services located at 665 West Clay Avenue. Our thanks to Jim Tire Company for their support of Big Reds football.
Back here for the fourth quarter of play from historic Hackley Stadium. 12 minutes on the board. Big Reds have the ball. Amari Crowley in at quarterback. 1st down and 10 from the 22. Crowley's going to hand this one off, coming off the right side. Cutting that one right back up. Kitchen runs through a man and he spins his way. He's into the end zone. Jakari Kitchen on the touchdown run. 22 yards for the Big Reds.
Often imitated, never duplicated, that young man. Like I said, Jakari Kitchen is very quick and elusive. He's kind of like a Barry Sanders kind of runner.
Ran right through one tackler on his way in for a 22-yard run for Kitchen. And Big Reds will go for 2 again. And they can roll this clock and just keep it rolling because it's a 50-point game now. Kitchen's going to hit a quick hitter on the left-hand side, and Big Reds add to their lead, 52-0.
Now the official was asking for him to start up the clock for that extra
It is
point,
time.
and we didn't.
Looks like Travion Cossey in on that catch for the Big Reds on the 2-point conversion. We'll take a break and be back after this. After the Jakari Kitchen touchdown for the Big Reds, Muskegon will tee it up, and Amari Crowley will kick this one away. Clock continues to roll here in the fourth quarter from historic Hackley Stadium. Matt Chapkus, Mike Taylor bringing you the action here from upstairs. And Crowley, over end kick. That's going to be grabbed by Mo. Coming up the left side, Mo cuts across, dodges one tackle. He's across the 30. And ball's loose on the ground. Big Reds are trying to pick it up. They're going back the other way. Muskegon has it inside the 15-yard line, down to the 13.
Pierre Johnson
on the return. The fumble recovery, and the Big Reds get it right back.
And I believe that was Aiden DeMar that knocked that ball loose, or he was in on it when it got knocked loose, but that ball was laying, it looked like a loaf of bread down there on the grass.
And it was available for a moment. And a great job by Johnson to grab that one. The junior brings it in, and the Big Reds. That's an amazing.
850 wins after tonight. I've witnessed every one of them but 3.
You've been around for a couple, Coach.
Yep. Well, my social security number's 4.
Delay a game penalty on the Big Reds. So 125 years of football, just a historic program.
And we have the same lights, the same grass. No, I'm only kidding. This facility's phenomenal.
Crowley spins, hands this one off, making one man miss all the way down and almost in. Dietrich Fondren down to the 1-yard line, an 18-yard run on the play.
Boy, there was a nice hole up the middle right there on that one.
Coach, you talked about Dietrich Fondren on the defensive side, now getting some carries here on the offensive end as well. Crowley spreads everybody around. He'll work out of the pistol on 1st and goal, and 3 snap flag again as the second unit for the Big Reds. A little anxious there.
I'm going to tell you what. Big number 74, DeAndre Mills Ellis. He took our boy number 99 over there and pancaked him right there. He drove him 6 yards. If you watch that play again, if Dave Loring can play that play again back in the highlights right there, watch Ellis take care of business on that one. That is called a pancake block.
It's now 1st and goal from the 6 for Muskegon. And Crowley fakes the handoff. He keeps this one himself, makes a man miss. Flag goes flying as he steps into the end zone. And we'll see what the official has to say here. Clock continues to roll. 7:20 left to go here in the 4th quarter with a 52-point lead for the Big Reds.
And again,
and they're going to get a hold at the goal line.
DeAndre Mills again pancaked another player. Oh my goodness.
Get another look at that Mills Ellis big block there. They're going to say that a penalty occurred at the 2-yard line.
His
so
nickname ought to be IHOP after this game.
Side of pancakes for everybody on the line.
Oh, right guard, watch this.
All right, 1st and goal from the 12 for the Big Reds. Crowley. Handoff coming off the left-hand side, cutting his way through. Brian Stinson cuts back, and he's into the end zone. Senior Brian Stinson adds a touchdown for the Big Reds, a 12-yard run, and Muskegon adds to their lead. It's 58-0.
Brian Stinson, what a great run right there, the senior.
Getting some opportunities and making the most of it.
Well, that's why you do all those reps in practice right there. Brian's a perfect example. You put in the time, get in the game, you get results like that.
2-point conversion coming up for Muskegon. Crowley looking for somewhere to go, and wow, what a pass and what a catch. And a flag comes down. It looks like everybody's going to stay. Crowley threw that one. Trayvon Cossey called it in.
Well, and again, Mills Ellis right there, really playing aggressive. The official was standing right over him. He called it, I believe, unsportsmanlike conduct against him.
So that's going to move the Big Reds back a tad. Mark it at the 13-yard line for the PAT. Clock continues to roll. Just about at 5 minutes left to go in this contest. Big Reds comfortably in control. 58-0 is the score. Crowley's going to work out of the shotgun here. 2 wide to either side. Fondren in the backfield with it. Takes the snap. Throws this one up, jump ball, and a little too tall for the intended target, Donovan Frierson. 2-point is no good, but 58-0 is good for the Big Reds. We'll take a break and be back after this. Under 4 minutes left to go here from historic Hackley Stadium, the Muskegon Big Reds about to put win number 850 all time on the board. 58-0 is the lead. Crowley's kick fielded, and they're going to hand this one off on the reverse. Coming up this side is Isaac Ignasiak. And good coverage by Muskegon. Jamarius Evans, the second on the stop.
Hey, and he is the contained man, actually. Jamarius Evans, the contained man down here to the Muskegon sideline. Boy, he wasn't fooled by that reverse. Nice job of staying home. Discipline. That's what that's called, Matt. Discipline.
Big Reds get a couple different defenders in now.
Junior Trayvon Coase coming in for Julius Sims.
And up the middle. Didn't work out so well for the Knights on first down. In on the carry there was Charles Odell for Kenowa Hills.
Caden Smith, the junior, in on that stop.
Martaven Hardy Freeman in on the line for the Big Reds. It's like Quinshaw Clincy in there. Jaden Collins Spivey on the left end.
This game started out fast for the Big Reds, didn't it, Matt?
It did, and it just kept going. 24-0 lead after the first quarter. Handoff up the middle for the Knights, and Pyle moves for a moment back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about as far as it goes. Third down and long coming up.
About 2 more plays left in this game, Matt.
So Muskegon Big Reds came into today ranked in the national top 25 by USA Today at number 24. Only 2 teams in the entire Midwest and the only team in the state of Michigan to make it in the top 25 rankings. They put out an impressive performance for the home fans here tonight. Hard to believe we're already halfway through the home schedule. Only 4 home games this year. And we've got another one coming up next week. We welcome the Trojans from Fruitport for homecoming. Coming up next week, Friday night. And we're going to get a timeout called by Kenowa Hills with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. And we'll take one final break and be back.
Lakeshore Carpet One can serve all your home carpet needs. Former Big Red Brett Thorson and his staff are ready to serve you. Lakeshore Carpet One, a proud sponsor of Big Red's football. Located at the corner of Sherman and McCracken, it's Lakeshore Carpet One.
Out of the timeout, 1 minute and 4 seconds left in this contest. Kenowa Hills on 3rd and long. Collins quickly met in the backfield. As it was Amari Crowley jumping in there on defense for the sack.
Boy, Crowley flying all over the field tonight here. Big game. You know, it's great to see so many kids with so many touches tonight on the ball. You know, really game plan, it was not, you know, as usual, you know, 80% of our offense through Cam Martinez tonight.
No.
You know, it was really
we got
the
to
ball
use his arm a bit. We got to see a bunch of different runners. A couple early touchdowns from Tommy Watts setting the tone.
Final play of the game right here, no doubt. Great win for the Big Reds tonight.
Opening OK Black play. They are the last team. 3 teams open 1-0 in OK Black play. Kenowa Hills one of them, along with Mona Shores and Jennison. And kick fielded by Colby Lewis. Colby Lewis makes a couple people miss. Continues to spin at the 46-yard line, and that'll be the final play of the game. It's a final here from Hackley Stadium. The Big Reds 58, the Knights of Kenowa Hills 0. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
Rockford 20, Mona Shores 14.
Mike Taylor here for Big Red Football post-game show. I got the godfather of defense out here tonight, man. Look at that smile on his face. That's $1 million smile, isn't it?
Thank you.
Jalen Jordan, senior. How about a game tonight?
Man, it was real well. Honestly, I'm just proud of my team. You know, I'm proud of the defensive line for holding their ground and giving me to where I have to get to.
You know, you come into a game like this, Jalen, and it's a great game for defensive linemen because they're running that wing T football. They're going to run it right at you.
Yeah.
And how many times did you have to tell them this road is closed?
Right. Pretty much every time. Yeah, pretty much every time. They pretty much just block down, eye squeeze. Next thing you know, the ball coming straight to me.
Well, and again, it's hard to see with where the football actually is. You got to play assignment football and hit all 3 backs.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, my assignment was to hit the fullback at all times, but whenever I see ball, I chase ball.
Nice. Assess your team right now and where it's going. 4-0 right now. Are you guys playing as well as you can? I mean, walk us through these first 4 games.
Well, there is no such thing as a hard game, but I can say that we can most definitely get better, and we're just here to chase a ring now.
Tell me about the game of football itself, Jalen. How long you been playing football?
I'm probably going on my 11th year, maybe 12. And honestly, I'm just in love with the game. Something I can't give up, and I hope to go up to the next level and do my best too.
What is it about the game of football? I mean, you see so many schools right now, Jalen, and the numbers aren't, where they were 10 years ago, 15 years. Yeah. What is it about the game of football, though, that really attracts you and makes you just love the game?
Honestly, just hitting people. I just love to hit people.
And you do it well, son. You do it well. I mean, that is $1 million smile on a man that likes to hit.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say, honestly.
Now, any other sports, Jalen, that you participate in here at school?
I bowl and I also play baseball.
Bowl?
Yeah.
Man, I know do you throw a hook?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's your game, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the ball.
That's good. That's good. Again, great football game by Jalen Jordan in this defense here tonight, senior, and we're looking for great things to come out and a big run in the playoffs.
All right, yep.
Jalen Jordan, Big Red Football.
We want to thank our friends from Mercy Health Sports Medicine and Athletic Performance Center for sponsoring Big Red Football. Mercy Health, providing our community with athletic training support services for over 30 years. Mercy Health Sports Medicine, exceptional care for athletes of all ages.
Coach Taylor back here at the Big Red Football postgame show. I've got the godfather here of this Muskegon offense, Japri Henderson. What a game you had tonight.
Man, thank you. I'm just glad to be here, man.
Man, we're glad you're here, Japri. Come on, man, are you having fun with this thing?
Of course. It's my last year. I'm just trying to go out with a blast. I'm trying to have fun, help my teammates get some little looks, you feel me? Just do what I do. Have everybody just ball out.
I'm going to tell you what, you talk about, big-time players make big-time plays. Boy, you came up with some big plays tonight. That comes natural to you, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, at the same time, come with hard work. If I wouldn't have been putting the work I did in the offseason, I don't think I'd be at this position right now.
Well, but again, this summer, you showed those Marines how to train, didn't you? I know you were telling this ain't nothing. Watch me.
Yeah, it was tough with the Marines. I ain't gonna lie. That military workout and that beach workout, whoo. I never want to go through that again. But they came to the Big Red life and see what it felt like.
Right. Coming into this game, you're 3-0. You've got Kenowa Hills playing a real tight wing T offense. What was practice like this week for you guys?
It was pretty good because we do got some players in the backfield that's a little slight better than their players. So they was able to get a good look, and we was able to fly to the ball, be physical. We was always doing all year. So it really wasn't nothing we wasn't expected for. Then our coach, Shane Fairfield, he been looking at wing T, so he just got us the preparation that we need.
Well, Shane was around when they invented the football.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah.
How about this group of seniors you guys have got on the team this year? You guys are a pretty close-knit group, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just special, man. I don't think I've never seen a senior group just this close. We've been growing up since Port City days, Tri-City days. We all played with each other and just kept the brotherhood with each other.
I'll tell you what, you guys, it seems like today, the game started out, you guys came out with a resolve right off the bat, and bang, bang, and you were on the board so quick, and then that just kind of dictated policy, Japri. That's got to make you guys feel good knowing, okay, let's keep it going.
Yeah, how the way we play on a balanced pace. We don't try to get too high or too low. If you stay at a balanced pace the whole game, you're going to come out with some good results.
Have you ever played on a Muskegon team that had more yards passing at halftime than they did rushing?
No. No, I haven't.
Air White. That's what we're going to call it. Air Brent White now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I feel like we got a better pass protection then, since like Cam, he came from Catholic. He ain't have his good drop step and the accuracy for it.
Right.
Now that he's been getting his rhythm, he got his drop step good, and he got some good slots and receivers to catch the ball.
What's next year for Japri Henderson?
Well, I'm really just trying to go to college, filling out some application. Football don't work, I'm just go to business and marketing.
No baseball?
Maybe.
Man, I'm telling you, you could be the next Reggie Jackson, man. You're a home run hitter.
Oh, yeah. I can definitely hit the ball in. I can pitch that ball, too.
Here we go. Hey, I'll tell you what, though, Japri, congratulations on a great game tonight.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
It is so much fun to watch you making plays and contributing to your teammates. That's a great thing. Keep it going.
Yeah, I couldn't do nothing without my blocking. Especially, I couldn't do nothing without that man upstairs.
We wouldn't have a job without you.
Oh, man, I'm just thankful for everything. All my coaches, my players, they lifted me up during the whole season. I had my little ups and downs, but that's what everybody go through. It's just the way of life.
1 in a million right here, Japri Henderson. Back to you, Big Red Football.
At the Meat Block, their products have been selected with 5 generations of experience and knowledge of the meat industry since 1909. All products are aged properly for the taste and tenderness desired. We are proud to provide the quality service that the Anderson family has been supplying for over 100 years. All of our products are USDA choice grade or better. Some of the best restaurants in West Michigan serve our products. A proud supporter of Big Red Football, the Meat Block at 2330 East Broadway Avenue, the cuts you dine out for.
Welcome back to the postgame show, joined by Coach Shane Fairfield. And Shane, first of all, I want to talk about that moment right before the game when a bunch of children joined your team coming out in the field. Special moment, not only for those little kids, but to give some perspective to your players.
Yeah, definitely. How fortunate they are and lucky they are, and also the power they have as a high school football player here in Muskegon to be somebody's superhero, to be their LeBron James and their Kobe Bryant and their Michael Jordan and, you know, their Tom Brady. I mean, that is as close as some of these young people in our community will get to somebody with as much stardom or as wow factor as a Muskegon Big Red. So for them to really get an idea of how important their role is as not just a student here at Muskegon High School, but as an athlete of Muskegon High School and the purpose that they have, not just playing games, but the impact they can have in our community.
All right. Product on the field. You and I talked earlier this week, and last year you guys allowed 14 points to Kenowa Hills, and I think that bothered you more than anything. This year you get the job done. Your defense gets the shutout.
That was where we've been chasing that thing around for the last few games, and the last 3, and then last year, and in the playoffs, and it's not like us not to pitch some shutouts and keep people out of our sandbox. So we don't like anybody playing in our box. So corny analogy it may be, but it's how it is. Remember being a kid, and you had your sandbox, and you never wanted anybody to play in it. So, I mean, that was the thing we've been chasing, and we thought we could have got it against De La Salle, and then, of course, you play King and then give up the 23 to EGR. So to come out here and have to play disciplined defense against a team that runs some misdirection and all deception, and to keep them at bay and keep them out of the end zone is a big successful step forward. But we did give up 2 plays that were self-inflicted that we have to stop doing.
All right, and finally, just a lot of different names that we got a chance to call here tonight. You got to go into your bench a little bit and give a lot of young men some great experience.
Yes, and that's what you try to do in these games is get a lot of those guys that have busted their tail. Like, you know, the guys that are the superstars that are why we're 3-0, but you never hear of the guys or give them the publicity they deserve. Because of the practices and the commitment that they have to go get beat up every week and then not hear their name called on a Friday night here at Hackley. So for them all to get reps and get time, and it makes you better. You can't simulate game speed no matter who you're playing, and some of those guys got some key moments and key plays and key things now that they can work on in film and get us better, because we need all 43 guys on that roster we're going to need if we want to make a deep run.
All right, Coach Shane Fairfield, congratulations on the win. We'll see you for homecoming next week.
Thank you very much. Go Big Reds.
We'll be back.
Jim and Tire Company has kept pace with the changing auto service world in the over 75 years it's been in business. But one constant has been family ownership. Jim and Tire Company are proud of their great service and customer relationships. Jim and Tire offering new and used tire sales and services located at 665 West Clay Avenue. Our thanks to Jim and Tire Company for their support of Big Reds football.
Matt Chapkus, Mike Taylor wrapping things up here from historic Hackley Stadium. A 58-0 win over Kenowa Hills for your Muskegon Big Reds here tonight. Mike, what do you come away with?
Wing T football took a beat down tonight, Matt. And I'll tell you what, how about that 4th down and 15 call? Huh? 4th down and 15 back in our own end. We get a touchdown.
Yeah. Is Shane thinking about maybe putting his defense against the wall, putting them in an uncomfortable situation instead? Little 80-yard pass and catch.
You know, and the other thing I'm happy for is a lot of different heroes in tonight's win. Okay, like you just brought up with Shane, you know, it's so good to see the Stinsons and, you know, and all these different kids coming out and contributing to the win. That's what's great about it. You know, you get all those kids busting their tail in the week in practice. Bang, here they come out, you know, and they get an opportunity to come out here under the lights in the game situation and compete against a different school. You know, that's what's big. I know. You know, and it's fun working with you. I feel like I should get college credit.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Coach, a special night here tonight as they drew awareness to the Child Abuse Council, and next week we have homecoming. Tell us about the approach of a coach to homecoming week, because there can be some distraction.
Well, it always is, and that's part of high school football, and that's part of what high school is about. You know, all the things that these kids can get involved with and be a part of. It's what makes the seniors their senior year. You know, so it is a distraction, and you just want to make sure that you do your best to keep the kids focused, taking care of business on the field.
All right. Everybody, don't forget about the Pride auction coming up Saturday night. Coach and I will be back next Friday night. We're welcoming Fruitport to town. Big Reds with a big 58 to nothing win here tonight.
Does that mean pizza?
That means pizza for the young men. I don't know about us. Dave Loring's paying the bill.
Dave Loring, does that mean? Oh, that's great. I'm happy now.
All right. Pizza night for us. Big win for the Big Reds. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a good night, and God bless.
This an administrative philosophy with that the district has, or is this something that the coaches have changed the administration's opinion and mind on?
No, we are extremely blessed to have administrators that are very supportive, especially, Keith Guy is an absolute dream to work for as an athletic director, and he gives you all the tools and everything you need. He's such a, Keith is such a what do you need guy. He'll come to you and go, what do you need? How can I make your job easier? What can I do for you? And just having him there for that guidance and to get us the things that we need on a daily basis and to provide that support is so invaluable. And our principal, Dr. Garner, and Corey Lohman, and our superintendent, I mean, it's just it's the Big Red way, and we've turned over administrators in our time since we've been there. We've had, different superintendents and different principals and all of those things, and everybody has just embraced that Big Red mentality, and it resonates. It starts in the school and then resonates to our football program, and it's just kind of the way that we live our life at 80 West Southern.
Now, the rumor I heard, you and Shane are donating your paycheck so you can build bleachers on the visitor side this year?
Well, with my paycheck, you'll be able to put a couple folding chairs.
Folding chair.
And they're not going to be the good ones either. So don't Dr. Mel, I mean, if you wanted to come out of retirement, there will be some people that are going to need some chiropractic adjustments.
We'll kind of
some
move
side
right along.
posture adjustments after
Brent,
they
we'll
sit
move
in
right
these
along
chairs.
after that question. I see people moving in their seats a little bit. Let's get to the fun stuff. Talking about the kids here for a minute, if we can. I heard that you actually have come out and said that we plan on throwing 30 to 35 times this year, a game.
Boy, you got all the good jokes today, don't you? I tell you what, man. Every year you gotta build on the strength of your team, and I am extremely proud of the kids we've coached in the past. Man, holy smokes, we've had some good ones. That offensive line last year really dictated a lot of the things that we did, and how don't they? Anthony Bradford is a rare talent. He's probably going to play in the NFL. Marquise Cooper and DeQuarius Johnson, the unsung hero of that group, was a left guard. Nobody talks about him, but he was the guy that kept everything together, and he was the heart of that group. He was the run of the litter at 265 or 280, whatever he was. And Evan Towers, who hadn't played in a while. It was the first year playing since really his freshman year. And he came in and gave us 14 games and played his guts out. And he was a big kid. And so how do you not put the hand, how do you not, for lack of a better phrase, how do you not put the ball in their hands?
Right.
How do you not let them control the game and allow them to do what they do best? And that's what we did. And we were lucky enough. We had Jeremiah Lockhart, which is a downhill runner, who's a 200-pound kid who's fast and strong. And obviously everybody knows what Cam did. And,
right.
One thing that Cam doesn't get a lot of credit for is he's an extremely fast learner. And he's a very, very smart kid. And he's very humble. And walking in and learning our system in the amount of time he did is not an easy thing to do. Other people have tried to do it, and they've really struggled with it. And so, the back in the day, we used to call a play, we'd break a huddle, we'd get up. Well, now I'm standing on the side, wig-wagging my arms, and he's got to interpret that. And he has calls that are independent. When you see this, you got to call this, except for when they're lined up like that. We do some real problem-solving out there. And he soaked it right up, and he's an absolute joy to coach. So when you transition from that group, obviously Cameron's back. But now you look at, the skill position guys, like you said earlier. I mean, they were young, and now they're old. And that's the beauty of going young sometimes. If you're young today, I heard Steve Zerwan say it. He goes, yeah, I'm young now, but I'll be old later. And it's true like that for us too. So we're going to lean on our skill kids. And but I tell you what, man, our offensive line's grown up, and I'm really proud of those guys. Our weight room program is a jewel, and it's probably the second leading cause of our success in our program. And a Big Red's always going to be big and fast and strong. It's just how fast can we get them to grow up. And so we're going to be diverse in the way that we always are, and that's just giving the guys the ball that need to have it. and doing what we got to do to win games. And I think we've had a pretty good handle on that in the last 10 years.
You're getting better. You're getting better. The one thing we talk about Cam, at quarterback, and I just want to make sure everybody understands what we're talking about. I could take this can and drop it, and from the time I drop it till it hits the floor, that's the amount of time their quarterback has to make a decision what he's going to do with that ball. Okay? These young men are banking on the fact he makes the right decision with that football, okay, while protecting it. But when we talk about option football and who they're reading and looking at and making that decision, that's a long process with those kids.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. You don't build an option quarterback overnight, but
– And you did. I mean, you talk about you had him for 2 weeks, then you played De La Salle last year.
Well, I mean, we start in June. You get time in the summertime, right. And so we had a couple months leading up to that, and you get 3 or 4 players in the winter. So we had some time, but a lot of that goes to him because he was a transfer kid, he was eligible to play basketball. So him and I were together a lot, and we got sick of each other at times. And I said, no, we're not getting away from each other. We need to spend time together, and it's for a kid like him. We've had 4 Mr. Football. We have 2 Mr. Footballs and 2 runners-up at quarterback, and I'm the quarterback's coach. I've been really blessed to just have some great kids that work hard, and Cam's no exception to that. I don't feel comfortable taking that kind of credit when these kids bust their butt to be who they are, and certainly he is absolutely no exception.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a great story. It's a great story coming from Muskegon Catholic Division 8. Coming over and having success and leading a team. I mean, he's just not contributing as a player. He's the one with the football.
Well, and he's the leader of our team, Is he
going to play some defense this year?
He's going to play some defense. We got a really talented junior that's going to allow us to move him around a little bit and do some different things. And, at times, you play a team like East Grand Rapids, they want to put all those guys in the box, and they know exactly where he's going to be standing. And now they might have to find him a little bit. And so, tackling him one-on-one, might do it once in a while, but it's kind of a tough task. So hopefully that works out. It's either the best idea in the world or the worst idea in the world. So those types of things either go one way or the other.
Last question I have. Billy Roberts, tight end last year on your offensive scheme. Billy's obviously moved into left tackle there, and I watched him in the scrimmage Saturday. How about a little bit of a case study on him and how he's progressed?
I'm really proud of Billy. It's not an easy –
Coachable?
Oh, my God. He's super coachable, a lot of personality, super fun to be around. He learns fast.
He told me he's the best dancer on the team.
I don't know about that. He might tell a story or two every now and again. He's 6'5", about 265. I just can't imagine that doing the worm, But
he told me he wanted to be on the comedy club circuit in 3 years.
He could do that. He could do.
Well, Anthony Bradford. I said, tell me one thing that most people don't know about you. And he goes, I'm the best dancer on this team.
Now Tony could dance.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Tony was such a great dancer, or if you saw 6'6", 365, and you just couldn't look away. I don't know. I don't know which it was. I'm going to be honest with you. But, Billy's a great kid, man. And I tell you what, he's the epitome of what high school football is all about. We came to him in the winter, and I said, I have a need. I need you to play left tackle. And it's something that he hadn't done. And he looked at me and says, Coach, now keep in mind, he's got 20-some Division I offers to play defensive end in college, including Kentucky. He's got some SEC offers in Big Ten. And he looked at me and said, I'm going to do whatever I have to do so this team will win. And playing offense is a little different mentality than playing defense. Defense is a little more a seek and destroy, where offensively it's a methodical thought process to get where you got to go. And he's embraced it, and he's done a phenomenal job, and he gets better every single day. Our offensive line coach, Matt Bowles, does a phenomenal job with those guys. And we were actually just talking about him yesterday, and he says, man, Billy's been such a joy to coach and be around, and he was really ecstatic that he was in that position group this year. And it's that type of selflessness that I think is the mark of this team. This team genuinely love each other, and they care about one another, almost to the point where every now and again we got to refocus them in practice because they enjoy being around each other too much. But I tell you what, I'd rather have it that way than the other way around.
He's a tremendous role model for the younger kids on that team.
And so having guys like him and that kind of mindset that resonates through our entire team is really what has made this team special. Because I tell you what, man, we've had, you know, a lot of talented groups, a lot of good players, a lot of good coaches have come through here. But it usually boils down to how well the kids, how hard they work, and how much they get along. I mean, that's usually the telltale. You know, that 2017 team, they were brothers, man.
Well,
you couldn't separate those.
But that's the environment you guys created for them. I mean, you guys have done that. You know, those kids know when they come in there, they are family.
Yeah, and the kids embrace it. You know, Coach Fairfield's creating a winning culture, and it's hard, and it's a lot of work. But you know, it's almost like the old Bo thing, right? Those who stay will be champions. I mean, that's kind of what it is with us too. You know, you'll be successful if you're willing to meet the challenges and expectations that Coach Fairfield sets for us all. That's coaches included. And every year we jump on the wagon and go for another ride. And it's been a lot of fun so far.
What does Brent White do during the season? Let off steam, enjoy himself. You don't have much time. What do you do?
No, I like
watch a John Wayne movie or something.
Well, first of all, I hang out with my beautiful wife, you know, and secondly, you know, I like the little unknown fact about me is I'm a bass guitar player, so I like to play bass. I'm a funk guy. So,
there we go.
So I'll go down. That's a true story. I've been in a couple bands, and I was in Frankie and the Fireflies.
Do the kids know this?
Yeah, I don't know if they will now, right? So I played in a rockabilly band there for a few years called Frankie and the Fireflies. We played like 50s and 60s tunes, like a lot of Johnny Cash, and that was a lot of fun.
So the mothership's about to blast off, man.
Well, I tell you what, if the whole football thing doesn't work out, maybe I'll join like a punk band or something. And I love to cook. Anybody that follows me on Facebook knows that I love to cook. So those are the things, and just spending time at home. And you know, the big thing is when you're in the middle of the grind like we are right now, it's just when you get a minute to sit down, you got to sit down. You know, when you get a minute to relax, you got to relax and try to differentiate work time from play time, even though, you know, it's hard. But, you know, again, don't feel bad for me because I'm doing what I love.
Absolutely. Up close and candid, offensive coordinator Brett White. Let's give him a hand, folks. Come on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brett.
Yeah.
Thanks. Port City Federal Credit Union. Lakeshore Carpet One. Core Realty Partners. Jinman Tire Company. Schmidt Roofing and Construction. Bowman's Body Shop. Brickley DeLong Certified Public Accountants. Mercy Health Sports Medicine and Athletic Performance Center. Benton Baker Honda. G&L Greek Chili Dogs. And the Trophy House and Jones Sports.
He's got Amari Crowley. Deep. Crowley will take it the rest of the way. 51-yard pass and catch from Martinez to Crowley. Crowley's second receiving touchdown of the year. Just let one loose. He's got a man wide open. It's Jabri Henderson down the left sideline. 80 yards on the passing catch. Quick pass over on the right-hand side. Off to the races goes Julius Sims. He breaks one tackle. He keeps going. He's inside the 15, inside the 10. Gets this one off, coming off the left side and walk it in. Robert G on the touchdown for the Big Reds.